Hello Panthers, and welcome to this week's first episode of PTV. I hope you're all settling into your new classes well, and that you had a good weekend. Let's jump into the announcements. Tonight, there will be a boys lacrosse booster meeting via Zoom at 7 p.m. Info can be found on the NPHS website. There will also be a meeting for choir boosters at the same time, also found on the school's website. Tomorrow night is our second semester's back-to-school night. There will be counseling presentations at 6 p.m. by grade level for course registration for the next school year. Zoom links for individual classes will be provided by each teacher. Yesterday via Twitter, CAF announced that our cross-country team will be able to resume competitions due to the stay-at-home order being lifted. As the only sport currently able to represent our school, we wish them the best of luck. Even though we are still online, one club is still hosting meetings. Amy looked into what the RAOK Club is doing this year.
These past few weeks, who am I kidding, months, have been pretty stressful. I'm finishing up college apps, we're already planning for AP and IB tests, never mind the election, and of course, the pandemic. But I still want to have as much of a normal senior year as I can. One of the major parts of high school life is the clubs that we have. I finally joined one, being the Random Acts of Kindness Club with my little sister. Hi, Mia! I gotta run now. Gotta get to this club meeting. Let's talk to the Random Acts of Kindness Club president, Bryce Hutchins, and Public Relations Chair, Zoe Idea. The Random Acts of Kindness was revitalized last year by Leah Lazarovich, a freshman, who then moved schools.
Well, okay, obviously it's kind of hard with the club because, everything is more like there's an extra step that you have to take before, doing a random act. So everything has to be planned.
This year, we're trying to organize with a few teachers to try to figure out if we could somehow kind of work out like a high schooler to like elementary school or like a study buddy Zoom thing.
Zoe joined the club last year, and this year is the Public Relations Chair.
I work with like the social media part of everything. So anything that is publicized, I work with that. So.
If anyone wants to join the club, if they text at BeKind to 81010, that will put them in the remind where we send out the Zoom link and what time we're having the meeting each week.
The Instagram is there, and there's always information on there at NPHS BeKind.
The meetings are always 10:40 to 11:20.
Signing off for PTV, I'm Amy Chen.
Thanks, Amy. Choir is having their annual solo night this week on Friday. For more information, contact the front office. Calling all seniors. Even though your school year has been uprooted, you guys still have at least one thing to look forwards to, and that is senior superlatives. Fill out the Google form sent to your Learn account to nominate your fellow seniors for superlatives. With all of us being cooped inside of our houses during the pandemic, a lot of us have turned a lot more to social media usage. Jack is here with some ways to disconnect. Take it away, Jack.
Hey Panthers, today I'm here to remind you to keep track of your time on social media and on your mobile device. During online learning, it's especially hard and you might get lost with screen time limits and stuff like that because we're using our devices to learn and communicate with others. It's especially hard for apps like Instagram, where we use that to browse content but also communicate to our friends and fellow peers. Apps like this have timers to track the usage that you spend in the app every day. Use these, and you can even have it remind you when you've spent an hour, 2 hours, however long every day. You have to keep a mental note of what you're using the app for and what you should be doing in the time. Notifications are also a big distraction. I would recommend turning off all non-human notifications, like promotions for apps or a notification to come play the game that you've been waiting for. Things like this are distracting, and the apps are just trying to reel you in for more usage. Keep notifications to text from friends, emails, and stuff like that you actually need to see. Finally, use apps like Digital Wellbeing on Android and the iOS alternative. This allows you to keep track of really interesting stats like how many times you've opened your device today or how much time you're spending on different categories of apps. It really gives you a great insight into how you're using your mobile device and what you could improve on. During this time, it's really important to stay vigilant about your mobile usage and keep clean on the digital frontier. Back to you, Logan.
Thank you, Jack. Well, Panthers, that is all we have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you all are happy, healthy, and staying safe. See you next time, Panthers.